So this one is a little on the late side, but hey, what can I say except better late than never? Am I right? My name is Tommy. Welcome back to the channel. Paizo, they surprised me earlier this year with Bam, Lost Omens, Gods, and Magic. Literally all three. And not only am I super excited to, once again, get free swag from the powers that be themselves, I've had a chance to flip through it, actually figured out what a schedule is as, like, BDG's schedule continues to do this, and the amount of people who want to hang out at my tables with me does this. And you know, there's some kind of cool stuff in here, so we should talk about it. If you guys are liking what you see, and remember to like, subscribe, and ding the bell. Stay caught up on all your Pathfinder 1st and 2nd edition stuff as we roll it out, as we continue to figure out the pace between the editor and the boatload of patron games. I digress. Today, of course, this video is brought to you in part by Paizo. The Golem's got it, and hey, so does Tommy. In part by the folks at Avenue Studios for editing this sweet, wonderful, and tasty content. And also, this is the part where I have to put my glasses on because I'm pretty much blind without them. Whoop! By one of our newest patrons. Oh, it's Mr. Cody. Thank you for your support, friend. Now, here we go. Maybe I will do that more with my glasses. I may do that more. I'm not looking at OBS right now. I don't know if it looked slick. Let's all pretend it looked slick. In the comments, stroke my ego. Here we go. Okay, so flipping through this thing, admittedly much smaller than its other hardback compatriot from 1E Pathfinder, Inner Sea Gods, this book did a lot of things right, I think, for the community at large and for Paizo as they are refitting the system for 2nd edition. One of the things I like the most about Paizo's recent product releases is it feels quite a bit like they are just refitting a machine rather than building the house from the ground up, and a lot of their immediate goals seem to be just to convert all the things as fast as possible. As you would expect, this book does in fact have entries for every single solitary last one of our core deities that have been with us for a billion years, complete with sweet flavor, sweet art, and newly replacing the deific obedience, divine intercessions, things that the GM can hand out if you happen to do something to please your deity, or maybe go killing some sacred cows and then Zon-Kuthon comes after you and causes you to be surrounded by spectral chains that cause you to always be encumbered, and that's just the little one. Both boon and curse have a minor, moderate, and major, kinda like how it functions for an oracle, turns out, that all do good or bad various things depending on the deity. Is it as in-depth as a deific obedience? No. But also it doesn't cost you a feat. There's no obedience to climb through, and these can happen basically whenever the GM decides you should receive them, which I think is really cool because, yeah, sure, I'm a huge fan of the deific obedience stuff. Y'all know this, but it's not like a lot of that can't just be converted forward. Anyway, I suppose for an example of what I mean, we'll grab my favorite core deity, Desna. Her minor boon, once after you rest, you completely recover all HP, remove all negative conditions, and become free of any curses or diseases. The moderate gives you once per day. After determining the result of a check, you can re-roll. The major gives you butterfly wings, so that's dope. Who would say no to a fly speed of 40 feet that shines dim light out 20 feet? Make her angry, and it goes everywhere from you and anybody who travels with you travels at only 3/4 normal exploration speed before any other things that might slow you down, like brambles or jungles or T-Rexes, I suppose. The moderate one means you're always rolling with disadvantage. Good lord. You can ignore it for 1d4 rounds by burning an action with the concentrate trait, or do something truly selfless and ignore it for a day, or just casually be sickened 4 and slowed 1 when you are exposed to starlight. Real bad if you happen to be ambushed in the night by wolves or cultists or werewolf cultists or whatever you got. But that's not the really cool thing about this book. Like I said, it really just feels to me like Paizo is trying to rebuild the machine into a more streamlined form rather than just throwing out 10 years of lore and just starting from the ground up. This book has also, though without the boons and curses, but with avatars, full pages on several deities. I just gotta warm up for this one. Chakek, Alceta, Arazni, Besmara, Bry, Cassandali, that's an Iron God spoiler, Chaldira, Glander, Grandmother Spider, Grotus, Gruhasta, Hafung, Kazutal, Kurgis, Milani, Nivirambadazzle, Nocticula, not the Demon Lord one, That's also kind of a spoiler, whatever. Sivana, Shizuru, and Tsukio all have full art, full write-ups, and all the mechanical stuff you need to worship them at your table, which I think is super cool, because the bloat is one of the things I like the most about old Pathfinder. You've got all the things, whatever you want to do, whoever you want to worship, bam, it's there. We are just cranking them back out as fast as we can, and it goes even farther than that. Archdevils, demon lords, the eldest, elemental lords, imperial lords, the horsemen of the apocalypse, the monitors, outer gods, and great old ones, you knew you'd see it, all have smaller entries, but entries indeed. And in the back of the book, if you jump over the pantheons thing, which I think is neat, it's a pantheistic setting. Why can you not worship more than one deity for value? I suppose jumping over all the other feats, magic items, weapons, various philosophies. Okay, no, we can't jump over those. Real quick. Esoteric Order of the Palatini, God Calling, the Green Faith, the Laws of Mortality, basically the opposite of this book, the Prophecies of Calistrade, Sangpasti, Shoanti-Atomism, and literally stuff for free agents and atheists also appear in this book. You're just encompassing the whole kit and caboodle. But on top of that, if you flip to the back, it continues going even further for things that were not mentioned in the book but are important to jam in here. We're talking the gods of ancient Osirion. I rolled up homebrew stuff for a paladin of Wadjet when I was playing the couple sessions that I did play in Age of Ashes. Now I've got official stuff. That's dope. But also those various demon lords, archdevils, the eldest, the horsemen, the dwarven pantheon, the elemental lords, the elven pantheon, the imperial lords, the monitors, the outer gods, random other gods not mentioned in this book like Apsu and Dahak, the queens of the night, gods of Sarkoris, the Tien gods, the Vudrani gods, not all of them in either respect, but a big smattering, all have official stuff in this book. So characters can be brought forward, so ideas that y'all had but were not able to express at the table, because if you're anything like me, you've got like 20 characters on back rotation that are meaningless, but like they're there and you love them and you want to play them, and well, if your group wants to play 2nd edition, it's possible you can bring them out to the table because this book exists, and that's why I think it's so good. As Paizo rolls forward into 2nd edition, they keep one foot firmly rooted in their roots, and indeed, I think that is cool as hell. But have you guys gotten your hands on this thing yet? I'm betting you have. It's been out for a while. What can I say except I've been busy? Let me know what you're thinking down in the comments. What deities are we missing? How has this helped out your games? And thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content, and we will see you next time.